I got a referral, a gentleman to Chris Cox. Mr. Cox did not come out. It was Mr. Pearson that came.
Okay.
And he assured me that he had made mini gates and could do what I needed done. It was a specific request in that they were building the basic gate that fit between my block wall pillars. And basically, they then would make the frame, send a template of the gate to an artist who would make the artistic pieces made to fit the gate, and then she would drop ship them to them. They would weld them on the gate, at which point it would then be paint ready and installed.
So is this what the gate looked like before?
That is the gate that they created, and it still did not fit between the block walls, and the bar on the top needed to be below the bullnose caps on the pillars.
So were you pleased with what the gate looked like initially before?
If it fit in the space, yes.
If it fit, you were fine with this?
But it never fit.
Okay, and what was supposed to be in the center?
Could you look at Exhibit B? And this was provided before we agreed on anything.
This was a sketch?
This is a sketch.
Okay.
And so they never actually...
I see a couple of things. I'm not sure if this is just all one piece.
Those are three different pieces.
Three different pieces?
But when they got the frame to fit in my block wall, they were supposed to send a paper template to the artist who Mr. Pearson had talked to in advance.
Mr. Cox, did you reach out to the artist with the sketch?
Yes, we did. My associate did more of the corresponding with the artist.
Mr. Pearson, do you mind approaching? Tell me about your communication with the artist.
I would call the artist, and we went over which dog feature that Miss Zander was wanting. Then I was to create a void space at the top of that gate, and that they were going to make the piece.
Is that the open space there?
Correct. Physically, the way it was going to turn out, because she has a lot of dogs and she wants the perforated gate. And these were all agreed to with her because after collaborating with the artist, that was the available space for strength and protecting her dogs for security.
So, Ms. Zander, where did the breakdown occur? Because when they first came to your place with this unfinished gate, you were happy with it.
No, it never fit. I liked the progress. They went off to fix it. I assumed they could get it to fit within my two cement pillars.
But you paid them an additional $1,000, which you didn't have to per your contract.
Unfortunately, I made a mistake. Mr. Pearson said because they had worked so hard on it, he was asking for an advance on our agreement, and I gave it to him.
Mr. Cox, what is this issue with sizing and measurements?
Okay, you see that there's a cap on top that kind of came proud on each side. That had to be either notched or compensated for in the final installation. And the pillars were out of plumb as opposed to level, vertical, horizontal, vertical plumb. So that would have had to have been kind of shimmed and taken care of.
So you weren't going to install this gate without the art piece anyway, is that correct? So when Ms. Zander sent you an email the last time you visited her place and said, listen, I'm canceling this contract, what efforts were you making to resolve this issue?
Well, we just heard nothing after the explosion and blow-up. We just never got any contact of what you wanted to do after that, where we could go with this, what we could do to please you. We made all the adjustments and readied for the installation. She just put the basic, I couldn't get past, and we couldn't get past communicating with her as to where she wanted to go with it.
You claim that you made an offer to actually have her keep the gate.
Yeah.
Ms. Zander, you claimed that that was never the case.
That was never the case. The gate was held hostage. He kept asking for, on January 5th, before I canceled the contract, he asked for another $1,000. After that, he asked for $1,700 to give me the gate, and after that, he offered $500 to give me the gate. They held the gate as hostage.
Mr. Cox, why would you want her to pay out the cost of the job as a whole when it wasn't completed to her satisfaction, especially with this missing art piece?
I believe my emails show that I did not ask for full payment in that context of what she's putting, so I don't believe we ever went that direction.
How much were you asking for her to pay?
I don't remember asking her for anything other than the $2,000 that she already paid. I wanted to give her the gate to let her finish it with whoever she wanted to go with.